Our food is becoming less nutritious. Incentive structures for food producers encourage the selection of yield over nutrition, even if that yield is dying and needs chemical assistance to live. Studies show up to a 50% plus decrease in essential minerals and vitamins in common vegetables and fruit from the early 1950s to the early 2000s. This negative trajectory corresponds with the increased demand for mineral and vitamin supplements through big pharma. In the 1950s, the vitamin and mineral supplement market raked in 2 billion of today's dollars, while today the market has grown to a whopping 70 billion dollars annually. All this revenue, yet we are a more diseased and metabolically sick people in modern time. The nutritional density of all products has declined, even meat. I want to share who benefits from this and why the incentives are backwards. Everything begins in the soil. Modern high yielding crop varieties selected and bred by the large companies for faster growth, bigger size, and higher output. They often rely heavily on synthetic fertilizers like rock phosphate and salts, which these same companies sell to the farmer, while they form weaker relationships with the beneficial mycorrhizal fungi that naturally helps plants access a full spectrum of minerals from the soil. Without this, in modern genotypes, it leads to lower overall nutrient density in today's fruit and vegetables compared to decades ago. In the past, soils with higher organic matter supported stronger fungal networks, allowing plants to reach around 12 on the Brick scale. This is a measure of dissolved sugars and overall plant vitality, producing more nutritious crops even in monocultures. Today, many commercial varieties test much lower, often around 6 to 8 Bricks, making them unhealthy. Insects tell the stories. Grasshoppers and locusts historically targeted moderately healthy plants, around 7 to 12 Bricks, while today's weaker, lower Bricks crops tend to attract different pests, like aphids, which prefer around 4 to 7 on the Bricks meter, often requiring more chemical interventions to keep alive. Large chemical companies understood if they made the plant sick, they could sell more products as band-aids that the plant would need to survive. This incentivized them to sell the farmer pesticides to kill pests eating the plants, fungicides to kill fungus that are trying to kill the nearly dead plants, and herbicides which kill weeds that are growing in place of these dying plants. They also make billions on fertilizer that the genetically modified organism plant relies on due to its inability to feed off nature. When the farmer agrees to buy this seed, which is often the only on the market, they're also agreeing to buy all the chemical and fertilizer down the road to keep this half-dead plant alive for harvest. Once these larger companies convince the farmer to use their sale bundle, they will charge them depending on the region's yield to ensure that the farmer has a tight margin and can escape to a new farming system. The companies that buy the commodity crops, like soy, corn, or wheat, pay depending on the yield, with slight premiums for high protein, not taking into account the whole nutritional value of the harvest. In fruits and vegetables, there is pleading from the consumers to change the pay structure. The food manufacturers should pay more for higher Bricks harvest to ensure a better taste and nutrition. A tasteless fruit or vegetable has low Bricks. I will be making a longer, more in-depth video explaining these concepts on my YouTube. Thanks for listening.